And
Amazing.
we're here. Hello, everyone. The theme song is played, and we're here with our heroes. I'm gonna put on not quite the chill background music because we're not quite in that moment in our heroes' lives today. But we are here, and who else is here are my lovely, my dear friends that we are going to be role playing with today. Let's start off by just going down the Discord call as usual. And Aqua, why don't you introduce yourself if there's anything you want to say, as well as your character if you wish.
Hi, I'm Aqua. I am playing Cosmic Rain today, the outsider. Just want to make sure everyone stays hydrated and be good human or non-human beings.
Very important.
Yes.
Well, thank you for being here. We love and appreciate your presence. Who else is present is our lovely Wink, played by Connor McKinley Distortion Devil. Why don't you introduce yourself if anything else you want to say?
Absolutely. I'm Distortion Devil. You can find me basically everywhere at Distortion Devil. Also check out my TTRPG/roleplay channel, Devils and Dice Rolls. It's on Patreon as well. Same name. I recently released a video about immersion. I worked real good on it. You should check it out.
It's really good, y'all. It's really good.
I agree.
It is really good. Connor makes.
And I will be playing Noah Butler, otherwise known as the superhero Wink, and he is the Nova.
But seriously though, Connor, your editing gets better with every video. Smoother, faster, cleaner. It's really good. Keep it up.
Thank you.
And nextly, we have our Gaius Ghostpaws.
Hi, my name is Gaius Ghostpaws. You can find me anywhere at basically under at Gaius Ghostpaws. And today I will be playing the superhero known as Wave Index, who is the Scion.
Our child of a villain turned hero. Glad to have you here. Next, we have Calligraphy Inc.
Hi, I am Key Inc., also known as Ray, also known as Calligraphy Inc. on various platforms. I will be playing Lucky Aurora, of the superhero Lucky Aurora, who is the Star Booklet, who just wants to make sure that all their friends and fans are happy and safe.
Including members of the team, who turns out are fans of yours. And you know who I'm a fan of? My good friend Ross. Ross, why don't you introduce yourself?
Oh, well, I'm Ross, and I'm just a guy who likes playing tabletop RPG with all his friends. And today, I will be playing Rubber Bubber, aka Mr. Fix-It, the Bull. And it's nice to know I have a fan now.
I've always been a fan of yours, bud.
Thank you.
And I, speaking of I, am Amusing Thalia. If you're listening to this, you have found me either on my Twitch or on my YouTube. I will be your page turner for the day, as well as everyone else. And without really any further ado, let us get into the mechanics of the game really quickly, as I like to start off with this. Aqua, if you would, what is your potential level at? And if you know how many advancements you've taken?
Let's see here. I have one potential, and advancements, like how many times I filled up
How
my
many
potential
times?
bar.
Yeah, how many times you've leveled up?
I think 3 times.
Okay.
3 or 4.
And I'll try to get into the names of everyone. So thank you, Rain. What about you, Wink? Oh, Condor? Might have stepped away for a second.
My microphone was muted.
Oh,
Muted microphone,
lovely.
the other devil.
Oh.
Indeed. I have only advanced once,
Okay,
and I am
what's
at
your
4
potential?
potential.
All right, I do not think anyone else is even close to that. You just rolled too well, Connor. But
That's
we'll bounce back to you in a second. Gaius, what about you?
I have 2 potential and I've advanced twice.
All right, and
Maybe
this
mine
just
was
tells you.
twice.
This just tells you how many times people have I honestly I would believe you've advanced 3 times, Aqua, because your rolls are trash sometimes.
Oh yeah, no, they totally are.
And like the level up in this game is more of a a measure of how poorly you roll versus
It's a pity system.
See, this is
We
the
need to
game
create
for
some
me.
pity
Stop.
system.
Stop.
Yeah,
I can
exactly.
win by losing. It's great.
exactly. What about so Gaius? 2 potential, 2 level
and 2
ups.
advancements.
All right, and right.
I have advanced twice, and I have 2 potential.
2 potential, 2 advancements, and lastly, certainly not leastly, what about? I'm trying to get back, Mr. Fix It.
With Rain, I'm not too far behind. I'm 2 advancements and 4 potential. I also rolled. shit.
Okay, so because you are so far behind, Connor, if you give us a quick recap, you can have 2 potential.
Oh fuck! What even happened last session?
Nice.
Yeah.
Bert.
You all had gotten called to the suits. It was before the meeting. No, it was post meeting. So you guys
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
got suspended. So it was the post suspension session. If there are any
Heroes of
details,
hiatus.
We got
Hiatus.
suspended. We went to the fucking
Wrinkly Hound.
the Wrinkly Hound, and we talked a little bit about what we were going to do next. And then we talked about maybe going to visit some facilities and maybe talk to some people about doing some extracurricular research while we were, on the shelf, so to speak.
Mm-hmm. There's a lot of
And
planning.
we determined that a couple of different organizations were perhaps a bit suspect. And so we got a look at what the layout of said buildings might be, and we were just making our plans. And I think we were just about to agree to act on something.
Yes. You had all agreed that before heading to the facility proper, the rehabilitation facility where villains are taken, you were going to go stop by the S.U.I.T.S Independent Research Facility to speak with the hero Liftoff, who has been assisting you with your power, Wink, but also has been instrumental, for lack of a better term, in some information you have recently found out about some machines that were installed across the city by. Oh, and now I want to make sure I don't mess up my character names. Villain lady.
Cop.
Right.
Yeah. Stacy Cobb. Thank
Spotlight. Yeah. Stacy Cobb, also known as
The tech
suspected to
mogul.
be
Yeah.
you. Light show.
what's her name? Light Show.
Mm-hmm. And as I think you all had decided to go speak with Liftoff, and this was due to, I believe it was your character, Wink, kind of like putting some 2s and 2s together about who the person that was assisting the Aurora from their comments and from their fandom. And I think that that definitely earns you 2 potential, and I think we'll start the session with a set of doors just kind of swinging open, and the group of you as a unit heading into a lower laboratory within the S.U.I.T.S Independent Research Facility. You see Liftoff, but the room is not quite like you've seen it before. The room, when you've been in here previously, Wink, and you briefly, Rain, it's been more tidied up, more clinical. There, the sea opposite and everything. There was pretty empty lab space, a bunch of stuff hanging on the wall, and a door that led to another area. That door to the other area is currently open, and a table has been flipped upwards in the center of the room. And you can see that device, this essentially light relay or radio relay, that has been taken apart, and all of the pieces have been like meticulously placed and organized and set out across the table. And walking in from the other room, a little bit of grease staining like on the face and on the hands. The normal like kind of white button-up shirt with the loose tie that Liftoff you've seen kind of wear with the like lab's coat. The lab coat is off and hanging on a chair, and Liftoff has the white sleeves of the button-down like rolled up so you can see the forearms. And despite the kind of proper appearance he tends to give off and the sort of like kind of more straight-laced demeanor he has sometimes, he's actually covered in tattoos underneath the white sleeves. There's just you can see sleeves on both arms just going all the way up. And like I said, a little bit of grease staining on his dark skin as he steps out. As the hero Liftoff, also known as Akash Paragon, steps out. Oh, I wasn't exactly expecting guests. And you see him like putting 2 and 2 together as like some gears are clicking in his head. But it seems like you've figured me out, so there's no use being he kind of takes out a grease rag and is wiping his hand down, so there's no use being coy about it. What can I do to help?
Yeah, what was our plan even?
You were looking for information here, like anything you could learn about the device that was set. And I know it's been a few weeks, so totally
this was the guy that sent us the picture who's trying to be the high in the sky guy. Okay.
Mm-hmm. And
right.
for you, Rain, this is also the same guy who wanted to like experiment on you or like take your blood, etc. He is a researcher at the independent research facility. So he's he was that guy. It's same guy.
Oh, that little...
I mean, if you remember, he was very polite once you expressed discomfort.
Oh, yeah, no. I'm just like, oh, that little, like... Anyway, no, it's not completely...
He kind of looks across
like
the
that
group.
Scamp.
He kind of he doesn't like let out a when he sees you, but I think he avoids eye contact with you versus the others. Maybe like a pang of guilt.
Mm-hmm. I maintain eye contact. I just keep looking at him like,
But
it's all coming together.
He walks towards you and he sets he finishes wiping his hands from the grease and sets it on the table in the center. Well, which one of you is the most mechanically or technologically minded? His eyes do, brush across to you again, Rain.
Yeah. Kind of like give a little shrug, look around, and I would take, an educated guess. I might be, potentially.
I'm not surprised, considering your experience with alien technology. I'm not going to go ahead and ask for any information on your alien technology. I feel like that would be a violation of whatever organization you come from. You're probably not supposed to give advancing species access to certain levels of technology, I assume. I learned that from Star Trek. I don't know if it's true.
It's generally... It might be something above my pay grade regardless. I would need to check to make sure that it's within our purview, but...
Totally understandable. Well, since you're the most technologically minded, why don't you step over here and I'll try to explain to you what I can, at least, from this.
All right, give it a go.
And he kind of gestures at the table, and he'll start overviewing it. I'm not going to get into the like techno speak that would be present on the screen. Like if this were a comic page or television, there'd be like a lot of that sort of techno babble back and forth between the two of you. But what he essentially lays out in layman's terms are, it acts as a satellite relay. It very similar to the traditional radio relays that we use, but it uses a light spectrum rather than a like radio spectrum. So it's significantly faster. And because it doesn't need like grounding wires, it's also a lot more convenient. So like there's the reason that the city has sort of leaned on it, and that S.U.I.T.S is integrated into their systems. But he also explains that there's a secondary... he explains that he's taken apart two of them. One of them was an old model, and one of them was a newer model that's being put in recently. And he shows you a difference between the two of them. The newer model, there is a section on it, a added piece of technology, and it looks like it's woven into the power system, so it would usually just kind of go brushed over. You would have to fully take it apart to kind of understand what was going on internally. And what's going on internally is some sort of again, not wanting to get into technobabble too much, but is some sort of both receiver and transmitter that doesn't match the rest of the technology. It is supposed to do something when it receives a signal and then do something else. Like the signal out is supposed to do something else. And that's about how much he's been able to figure out in this brief period of time. Aqua/Cosmic Rain, I'd like you to roll me a assess the situation check.
Okay.
Miss. Okay. So here's where I'm gonna... The normal way that I like to do these sorts of misses is I give you a choice. Go ahead. Oh, I thought you had a
potential.
Oh, yep. Don't forget to add your potential.
Yeah.
As usual with this, I give you a choice. You may either inflict a condition on yourself for the miss. You may inflict a condition on yourself for the miss, but still get a basic... Like, you won't get any additional information, but no further negatives will come from the situation. I can take a move of some kind, either a move related to you or a general move, or, because you have your team here, one of your allies could spend a team to give you a +1 and make that a 7.
I think only Wink is there at the moment.
I thought all of you had gone.
We all went
Oh, we all went?
Yeah,
okay,
yeah,
I thought we divided and conquer somehow. I don't know why I have that in my notes.
I think the idea was that you have the team together and you're sticking together now.
Gotcha. Yeah. I don't know if Aurora would be the... Well, maybe Aurora. Like, they
Perhaps
are
Aurora.
intellectual.
Yeah, well, and I was also going to ask, like, Aurora, do you have any additional insight? I know you deal with a lot of, like, light energy and other things. Maybe that would help.
Yes, so I would like to use one of our team points
Already.
to assist.
Not already, as in I have already marked it off. So you still mark potential, you spend a team, that makes this a 7, which gets you a single question. So on a 7 to 9, ask 1. What here can I use to blank? What here is the biggest threat? What here is in the greatest danger? Who here is the most vulnerable? Or how could you best end this quickly? And you can kind of frame the question how you'd like of what you're asking about in particular. And again, if none of the questions seemed interesting, we'll find a creative use of what here can I use to blank? What here can I use to learn, etc. Anything standing out to you, Rain?
Here. Now, one of them was what can we use to learn, or
One of them is the question, what here can I use to, and then it has a blank. So that is our sort of
Okay.
creative answer question. Is if
Yeah.
none of the others sort of fit, you fit your answer, your question into that.
Okay, because I'd like to use that one to basically try to deduce, like, put our two pieces together, basically, whatever
Mhm.
knowledge that, the different parties have.
So I'll give you a choice
try to make a
because you only get one answer here, and
Okay.
it is like light spectrum stuff. So like Aurora can absolutely help, but your choice is either do you want to learn what the receiver does, or do you want to learn what it's supposed to send out signal-wise?
What is it sending out signal-wise?
So what it's sending out signal-wise is some sort of, for lack of a better term, it is some sort of message. It is indicated to be, I guess, again, for lack of a better term, kind of beamed directly into people. But you do not think it's meant to be harmful. And so the two of you sort of putting your brains together, trying to figure out what it's supposed to do. And you've seen light spectrum similar to this, or rain actually, but it is Aurora who kind of helps you hone in on the specific light spectrum that it's sort of playing off of. And what it does is it's almost like radioactive light. Like it acts similar to radiation in that when it passes over something, it is meant to break down the compound for whatever it is. But it's so hyper specific that it will only apply to a specific chemical structure. It's meant to cause either like some sort of some kind of protein maybe to break down, some chemical mixture, a drug maybe. It's supposed to, something that is working, it's supposed to cause it to just suddenly like dissipate into proteins. Which may be confusing to you, but the best you can kind of understand it is it's meant to disable something.
Well, if it's breaking something down into proteins, it's like, is that biological? Is it...
And this is the part where you're kind of like, you're not quite sure, but you do learn this. The two of you putting your heads together, and Liftoff kind of nods his head. Well, what you've stumbled across is, I can't think of any other way to say it than extremely clever and genius. Thank you for your time here. Cosmic Rain, do you prefer one or the other?
Whatever works for you.
It's gonna take me a while. Mr., do you have a gender? Does your species have a gender?
I don't really care either way.
Well, Mr. Rain, I'll start testing. It is essentially going to be plugging and chugging until I can find a chemical compound that it starts to affect, and that can hopefully help me narrow down in the direction of what it's supposed to be breaking down. Whatever's happening here is extremely technologically complex, but because of what the group of you, or what the two of you, I suppose, have been able to figure out here with me today, I'll be able to start narrowing down our options. I will. He points to you. Should I give you a call, or? And he points to you, Aurora. Maybe I'll just I'll send a comment. I'll comment on one of your posts. Is there like a key phrase I should use?
Oh, you can just use the DM tag that we've already done and established? Because, like, I imagine, like, after we found the person, like,
Mhm.
Aurora made, like, a
Yeah, you
private
favorited
DM
that
message.
chat, that kind of thing, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'll just send a few exclamation points so you'll know to come by. As soon as I have the information, I will let you all know. And he begins to, you see almost like a wave of nausea pass over him. 1 second. And he walks over to his desk and he slides out one of the like top drawers, and he grabs some pills and takes them real quick before setting it back on the table. All right, well, I'll get to work on this. It's going to be plugging and chugging for a significant amount of time. You're welcome to wait around, but I don't recommend it. And as I say, you're welcome to wait around and don't recommend it, we're going to kind of pan over towards the other crew, but we're also going to see the like clock sort of go backwards. And I'm just curious, you don't have to do anything. But for the three, this would have taken an hour or two of like scientific jargon and experimentation and that kind of thing to narrow down this possibility. What were Fix It, Wave, and Wink up to in that time?
I mean, we're all together, right?
Yeah. You were brought as well to this science facility. You're in the basement of the independent research facility. You guys can wait here, you guys can head out, but you guys would have had a couple hours. It's up to you.
I just look for Wave looks for a nearby computer and just looks, and if they have some access, they try to look and see if some of their father's technology has been stored here.
There is a computer at the desk. I'm as you head over there, it is password locked.
So just sort of snap their fingers. Dang.
I mean, the person whose computer it is working nearby. You could ask Liftoff if you wanted.
Oh yeah. Before the conversation got too intense, just sort of walks up and goes, "Hey, can I see your computer for a second?"
And he kind of looks across the group of you. Listen, I'm happy to help you out, but there are some, and I would like you. This is going to cost the team, but I'd like you to persuade with best interests.
Okay. Let's see.
And that's plus
Persuade
superior.
Plus superior. Okay.
And the way that this works is he looks at you and he seems really hesitant, but then he looks back over his shoulder towards where he's working with Aurora and where he's working with Rain. A look of admiration and then guilt crosses his face. He looks over towards where Wink is, whatever Wink would be doing, and a look of like determination crosses his face before his ultimate answer.
All right. Rolling.
Rolling, rawhide.
No.
So here's the thing. He can still say yes, but I get to make a move. Or you mark a condition and he will still say yes.
In this moment, I would say you'd be free to make a move because they're not necessarily upset or anything in the moment. They're kind of just thinking things through. They have an idea.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna use the move compare them to the past. And I think that the look of determination crosses his face. He looks at you and he kind of nods his head, but there is definitely a look of hesitation as he looks you up and down. And you can't help but recognize who this is in this moment. He is just, a researcher now. He's here just a kind of science guy. But I think on the wall behind him, kind of hung up, you see his suit, like his liftoff suit. And you've seen that suit many times before. This was one of Paragon's proteges. He worked side by side with Ricochet regularly. The two of them actually worked really, really well together. And it was actually Ricochet getting promoted to a premier hero that kind of stopped the two of them working together as much. You can't help but recognize in this moment that this is probably one of Ricochet's friends. Like, when he was still a suit. Maybe not someone that Mr. Fix-It would, like, know really well, but this is one of Perry's kids. Like, you know Liftoff as Akash, like, as the person he is, Mr. Fix-It. And in this moment, a pang of maybe guilt crosses over you, maybe anxiety, but he looks at you the way you've seen people look at your father before. He's looking at you with a look of fear. Almost like he's trying to hide it, he's trying to cover it up. He's trusting the other people in the room here. But that pang, you can't help but, like, maybe not feel, like, I'm not going to tell you what you feel, but there is all of the signs that point to that memory, those memories of your father.
They take this moment and they run their hand through their messy hair and they kind of just go, all right. They look at their team across all of them and then look back at him and they're just like, listen, I get it. I'm not him. Can't do anything to make you believe that, but I'm not him. And honestly, it's gonna sound crazy. I'm happy he's fucking dead. I'm very sorry for what he did to Ricochet. That hit me hard too.
Roll me empathize. I'm not going to make you spend a team because you already spent a team on persuade with best interest, and this is a called roll after an action.
Which one is empathize?
It's plus mundane.
Well, I got nothing, so let's see how this goes. Okay.
Hit. On a hit, you must reveal a vulnerability or mark a condition. I think you, like, if there's a little bit further you want to go here to kind of make it hit for them.
They look down, and then they do something they're not used to. They puff up their chest a little bit. They crack their neck a little bit, and then they lift off in the eyes, and they go, and they just look in and they go, sometimes a legacy is tarnished. And sometimes you gotta untarnish it. Sometimes you gotta try your best for those that matter. And that's what I'm trying to do right now.
He looks over his shoulder and he sees his suit in the, like, glass pane, his old liftoff suit. And then you see him, like, look down at the tattoos on his arms. And then you see him look over towards his lab coat. And he takes a long look at his lab coat before looking back at you. And sometimes you gotta make your own legacy.
You know it.
Roll me 2d6. This is a luck check.
All right. An 8.
You begin, he logs in for you. He doesn't give you the password. He logs in for you and then gives you, he pulls up a directory for the Suits Independent Research Facility and allows you to go searching through it. You know the names of your father's equipment, and you also know some of the tags to potentially find it. With an 8, you find one piece of equipment here that is not under heavy storage or lock and key. What do you think it is, and what do you think it does?
Well, during the last major conflict I had, I discarded all of those metal discs that are attached to my outfit. But I know my father had many different ways to achieve that same thing. And I find, hilariously, one of his old chest plates just not under heavy storage. So I go get that.
He gives you his key card and actually just lets you go pick it up from a storage room. I think the reason why you can determine that this was not confiscated with a lot of his more aggressive is that this is just a resonance plate. It just the vibrations that your body kind of takes as a result of causing the waves, they all sort of ripple into the chest plate, and it causes a signature sort of ringing sound that was very often associated with your father. But it is just a defensive tool. It is just a chest plate that absorbs the vibrations.
Yeah. So I go and I get that. That's what
Fix it and wink. What about you two?
After, I'd say, Wave had their conversation with Liftoff, Fix-It stayed very quiet in the back and is currently just trying not to bump into anything and break it. He actually looks very uncomfortable being in a lab.
Yeah. I think a couple times Liftoff will like look over at you and sort of smile. And at one point he kind of walks over with a cup of water. Hey, Unc, need anything?
Oh no, he's all right, Lift, and he'll just instinctually give him like pat on the head, rustle his
hair rustle.
Take the water, and then take a sip, and then as he's putting it down, he'll just like not without even realizing it, just crack the glass as it's now empty on the table.
Mm-hmm. And it's like, yep.
Go ahead.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Go ahead if there's more you want to say. But either way, he would just sort of, he'd take the cup from you and he grabs a rag and wipes it up. We got someone who can repair things here in the facility. I'll just put it in my broken bin. And he literally like tosses it over towards a like big storage container that has a bunch of like broken looking equipment in it. And what about Wave? Or not Wave, we got Wave. Wink.
Wink would probably be going to find like a coffee vending machine or something and is just sort of exploring the facility on his own.
Yeah. Do you want an encounter here, like a unique interaction with someone here, or do you want to just like have a moment to Wink self as he walks around the facility?
I mean, he could. I mean, he's just sort of aimless right now.
Yeah. I think that as you're sort of walking around, you know what? I'm also gonna have you roll just 2d6 luck check.
For luck. Here we go.
You got this.
2d6. That is 6.
6. You're walking around, and as you're walking around, there is you kind of half begin to slightly overhear a conversation heading from the like lobby is where you would have had to go to get the coffee. And it's kind of like as you're walking back down the hallway, you hear the door behind you and open, and you just like happen to stop and pause for a second just to kind of like hear what's going on. And you actually hear whoever this individual is say something along the lines of, "Hi, I think there was an unauthorized use of an identification over here. I'm just here to check out the storage room in the facility. There was a unregistered. And the person goes, yeah. The jargon's not my. As two like employees at the front are talking about something. But no, you're welcome to head. The requisition. I haven't seen any requisition forms today. Yeah, that's the weird thing. That's what I was kind of sent over to check out. What do you do, Wink?
And these guys are just like passing by and talking about this.
So you were in the lobby to grab your coffee. After you grabbed your coffee, you turned around and kind of were heading back towards the lab, and when someone entered the lobby, like from outside, and they're talking with the receptionist or some sort of like secretary at the front, and the two of them are talking about access to the unauthorized access, unauthorized requisition. I think you're smart enough to remember what Wave was asking about.
So there definitely was unauthorized access to the storage here.
Mm-hmm. And you think someone might be on your trail at the moment.
I'll pull out my phone and I'll text the group. I'll just say, don't be alarmed. I think people are starting to catch on.
Catch on to what? What?
Catch on to why we're here.
Okay. Aurora kind of relays that information to everyone else. Really quick.
Heard about a break-in in storage.
I didn't break in.
Okay. Someone might
Can
be
I
asking you questions. I'm so sorry. Lift-off.
I'm sorry, what? Liftoff kind of looks up from their where they're working.
Someone might be asking you questions. About... So... Apparently... Your card was pinged.
Yeah, I lent it to... And I think it says he looks over, I lent it to, and the door opens and Wave... Or you're coming back in, strapping the chest plate on.
Yeah.
I don't take it you filled out a requisition form for that.
The hell's a requisition form? I flick the metal and it rings.
I have... Okay. Tell Wink to get back here as soon as he can.
Will do. Quick typing on the clam.
I very casually try to rejoin the group.
Yeah, they end up walking past you. What do you do when they walk past you? Like, what is Wink's sort of like, I'm not suspicious moment as these two, like the secretary and this S.U.I.T.S employee walk past you?
I just, like, sort of loudly sip my coffee. Just go.
The S.U.I.T.S employee, not the secretary, not the research facility employee. The S.U.I.T.S employee will kind of like pass you and just give a hello, as they just sort of walk by you, really not suspecting you in this moment. But as they head down the stairs, you sort of like trail after them a little bit behind, and then manage to kind of slip into the laboratory as they continue down the hallway towards where the storage room is. And Wink, as you get in, Liftoff has been like, so we've he looks towards you. We've determined what the machine does, and I'm going to get started on some testing. But you see that circle on the floor over there, and he just points to a place in the center of the room where nothing really is nearby. But there is a like circle sort of tiled into the floor.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to need all of you to step there for me, please.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
He walks over towards a wall and he flicks open a latch, and there's a few buttons. He presses one, and one of those like meniscus openings, the sort of circular bladed hatch opens on the ceiling and leads upwards through a tube directly out. You see him step forward and he places his hand on the tile beneath you all, and there's a sort of lifting sensation as a whole circular piece of concrete begins to lift up through this tube. I'll take care of whatever they come asking about, but you all need to get out of here. I'll let you know when I find something.
Okay. Stay in touch.
And as he kind of gives you, he looks across the group of you, and then he makes eye contact with you, Wave, and he gives you the 2-finger rider salute.
I give it back.
And he disappears in the lab beneath you all, and you are all deposited on the roof of the independent research facility.
Okay, so we probably need to get out of here.
Yeah. Sorry about that. I needed something if we're going to be getting in trouble.
We're probably going to end up getting into a little bit more trouble.
Yeah.
Like, recalling they're needing the help of Trash Bandit.
Yeah. So I believe that's the next location.
I think so.
I think there's the
breakout track in it.
Exactly. I think there's a really good cut of like you saying, well, I think we're going to get in a little bit more trouble as you look towards like north of where you all are, deep into the central city proper. There is and it's not on the map anywhere because it's a bit further away, but there's a rehabilitation facility. And I think the camera sort of like zooms in on it. And then passing below the camera, we see the Winnebago. Who all is in the Winnebago?
Yes.
I think Aurora can
Also-
fly, but if
I
they're
can fly
trying to
too.
stay stealthed, then I'm guessing we have to be a little bit more careful about where we fly, right?
Yeah.
Pile in the mystery machine. Let's go.
I know we have had our internet crash as a result of
Yes.
our poor Ross has unfortunately had an internet problem.
Yeah, there's an outage in his area apparently.
Yeah.
I will leave it to I'll actually ask y'all. Do you with y'all heading to we can just do a quick less than an hour session of like setup for the Trash Bandit stuff for next time. We can call it here because I don't want Ross to miss this, and we can just cut out with y'all driving towards the facility. Or
That might be for the best. You might
I
need
think
the
so.
whole team here.
Get the whole
Yeah.
team together.
I think
Since
this
it's
is a
transition
whole team
anyway.
situation. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm totally fine with that. Totally good on my end.
Shit happens.
Shit happens. Thank you all for being here. I'm not gonna actually do our like level up and end of session thing because I'm gonna call this a half a
Yeah.
session, and then we'll pick up with
Half
a half a session
session.
next time.
Half
Yeah.
session time.
But thank you all for being here. Let's quickly do our single hour outros.
Yeah.
I'm actually probably gonna end this stream so it's in a singular VOD after we do our outros, and then I'll probably start up Armored Core for a bit.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
But yeah, Ross was here. Ross is lovely. You can find Ross on other channels soon. You definitely want to check out his cool TTRPG stuff when he gets there. Otherwise, I will just pass it down the list real quick. Who's gonna go first? Let's go with let's start from the bottom. Ray.
Hello, I am Ray, also known as Key Inc. and Key Calligraphy Inc. on various platforms, including Blue Sky. I have played Lucky Aurora, and I hope to maybe stream some art down in the future. maybe after this, depending on things happen. So yeah, passing it on.
Pass it up to Gaius.
Hello, my name is Gaius Ghostpaws. You can find me in most places under the same handle, at Gaius Ghostpaws. I stream pretty semi-regularly, and my next stream will be Saturday with Ray here. We'll be playing more Fatal Frame 3. It's time for round 2, New Game Plus. Need to get the good ending.
Oh shit.
Yee.
Oh shit, oh shit. And Connor.
Hi, it's me. You can find me basically everywhere at Distortion Devil. I stream every day except Wednesdays and Saturdays. Also check out Devils and Dice Rolls, my TTRPG YouTube channel. And Patreon. Yeah. That's about
Really
it for
cool
me.
new video out. Go check it out.
Yes.
It's about immersion.
Immersion is really good.
All right. And lastly, certainly not leastly, our one, our only, our Aqua Muse.
I am Aqua. I don't really have anything to announce as of yet. Still working on some things behind the scenes, but do good, be well, and make sure to hydrate.
And I have been Leah. Thank you for hanging out with us for this short session. I am going to end and then mute and literally start back up on some Armored Core here pretty much right afterwards. But I want to thank you all for being here for all you have. Goodbyes. Everyone say your goodbyes. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye.
Goodbye, everyone.
Goodbye.
Goodbye. Bye now.
Goodbye.
Bye. Bye.